everyone.
Good evening, Hansen Ken.
Toastmasters and most welcome guests. I'm pleased to be the language evaluator today. Let's change the microphone.
Okay.
Good. I will divide my evaluation into three parts: pronunciation, grammar, and language usage. And for the pronunciation, actually that's difficult for me because you guys really have a good command of English. Let's give you guys a big hand. I only have few suggestions for something like when you're studying. People usually say studying. Actually, you should say studying because they're usually divided into two parts. And when we play the musical instrument, which is an instrument rather than instrument. Yeah. And when I get into the emergency room rather than emergent room, emergent means that it appears gradually. And for the grammar, you guys can correct with me together. I felt the people in here were interesting. Any idea? Yeah, it should be, I felt the people here were interesting. You should not say in and here, because here is the adverb. In Toastmasters and in your daily life, you can keep explore interesting things. Any suggestion? You should keep exploring interesting things. It should be VING. I heard somebody said that I email my script to my mentor. I forget to attach the script. Any suggestion? It should be I forgot to attach the script. It's the usages of your sentence, especially the tense. And I heard that something like sentence like my competitor, who is a second prize. But actually, your competitor is not an item. Your competitor is a human. So it should be who is a second prize winner last time. And when you're very tired or when you're very nervous, you couldn't breathe. Actually, it should be you couldn't breathe, since breathe is the verb and breath is the noun. I think the question is quite good, since that your mother told you that you like him. You should say you look like him. Otherwise, I feel a man likes a man. It would be controversial and interesting. And for the language usages, that's it. When you're a nice person and you made some good impression for us, it should be you made good impression on us. For example, I sent breakfast to the delegates. I suggested to use deliver. I delivered the breakfast to all the delegates. Since send, we usually use send for something like mails or short messages like that. And when I was served as a host before 500 people, I would like to use I serve as a host for 500 people, or I serve as a host in front of 500 people. Since before 500 people is like 在500人面前, a little bit like Chinglish. And I like the usage from Jenny's speech, like the tip of the iceberg. I think it gave us a vivid description of the scariest part of the iceberg. And for Sean's sentence, I think it's pretty good to use. If you give up now, the game is over. Even it's very simple. I think for speech, you don't have to use very complicated words because somebody may not understand what you're talking about. You just use simple words and make everyone realize what you're conveying. And for a richer sentence, the more I cared about the patient, the more they trust me. I think it would be very cool if I visit the dentist. Most of the time I visit the dentist, I think the dentist hates me a lot. And I also have some suggestions for you to improve your pronunciation. Like Mason, he used to listen to English CDs and follow the words, word by word. And for me, I usually listen to pop music, and I think it would be easy for you to pick up the accent, and you will not feel boring, because follow the magazine or read the magazine makes me sleepy actually. when I opened, I subscribed to the magazine before as well. When I opened the magazine and studied for a paragraph, and then I kept talking. And my friend said, "Hey, what are you doing? You want to study English?" Oh yes. Then afterwards, I tried to listen to English songs while studying. It would be better and easier for you to pick up the accents. I think most people they don't go abroad for further studies, but they still can hold a good command of English, especially for pronunciation. And for pronunciation, I thought it was the first impression that people will have on you when you talk to them. Yeah, Toastmaster, lead.